Right, hello again. This is the final Create Your Own TARDIS tutorial, and today we're going to be continuing with the light animation. We're going to make it much better, and also we're going to do the materialization of the TARDIS in and out. Actually, first of all, what we're going to do is the TARDIS materialization. Now that is basically we get every material and just fade it out. So if we start with the dark blue, and we go down to transparency and give it a tick. Now what we want to do is we want to start with alpha at 1000. So if we go to frame 1 in the transparency tab, what we want to do now is we want to go to frame 1 and we want to animate the alpha of this. Now if we go to frame 40 and we make the alpha 0, you can see the everything with the dark blue texture now disappears completely. So if we animate that, so you see it fades out, and that's a really nice effect, I think. Okay, and now if we go to 80 and we increase the alpha back, so you see it's a nice fading out and fading back in again, so that's nice. Right, so now the next texture is the black. It's exactly the same thing. First frame, we give it a keyframe there. Actually, at the last frame, give it the same keyframe, and then in the middle, turn it down to 0, give it another keyframe. So fades in and out, fades in. There we go. So you can see that's the whole texture disappearing there. Oh, there. It seems our text there has a different texture. Oh yes, of course, because that's white. Now, if we go to the white one, transparency, just do the same thing. Alpha on frame 1, animate. Press I on the alpha, frame 80 to animate it. Then on frame 40, turn the alpha to 0, and there. So that's that all done. Now, I'm just going to do all the rest quickly. The glass, and the glass is slightly different because we already have an alpha, but it's just going to be a slightly different value. So animate it at 0.6, so we have it there, and at 80, 0.6, and at 40, make it 0. There we go. So that's it gone. And the light, exactly the same thing. Da da da. Da da da. Next, if we select the front door of our TARDIS and we go to the creamy paper, just quickly, I'm going to do the same thing. So, animate, animate, animate. Right. Now, as you can see, in the render you will be able to actually see through the TARDIS, which is possibly not a good look. So later on, I think I will be knocking some of the things out of sync, so some things fade first, so you don't see through it so much. Anyway, obviously the next thing we need to do is oh, actually, sorry, I haven't done our shiny grey texture yet. Ta-da! Ba-ba-da. But the next thing we're going to do is the orange block. We're just going to make it fade away. And that's all you need to do, really. If you ever want something to disappear in a scene, you can just fade it out, or you can just take it out yourself anyway. So right now, we've got our TARDIS. It completely fades out at this frame. Oh, hang on. Now we're just going to check that by frame 1, alpha, frame 40, 0, frame 80, oop, 80. There you go. So I'm just going to check that everything fades out by rendering it now, F12. Now if we can see anything at all, we can see some things. That is because the specular is still there, which is quite annoying indeed. So if we just do that for all the others, so specularity, animate it in exactly the same way as the alpha, right, and then we do it for the black, although the black doesn't really have much of a specularity. It will help a bit. Right, and now we want the cream paper. We want the cream paper specularity to be completely gone here. Shiny grey. Now I'm just going to pause this and do it all, because I think you've got the gist of this specular business now. And I'm just going to bring it back when I'm ready to move on to the next stage. So you could just continue. Right, so there we are. Now if we render it again, you see everything's completely blank because we've the alpha and specular there 0. And if we go up to 80, render again. Wait, if we go to there, again, everything is there, so we have our Tardis. Right, now, the next stage of this is to go in here where we have the F-curve editor, and now what we want to do is all the Tardis materials. Let's show them all. Just increasing it there. Now, is that, I believe that's all the Tardis tutorials right there. Not tutorials, materials. Right, now what we need to do is we need to add. Now, select them all by doing A, just A, and we want to add a modifier and cycles to each one. That just means that it fades in and out. You see it's creating a wave thing. It will go on forever, literally forever. Obviously you can change that later on if you want, and you can literally just take it off by clicking the X's on all of them, and it'll just be a normal thing again. And here we go. All we need to do is get all of these done. Right, this may take a while, so oh no, because with some of these textures we've already got it. Just need to check that basically when you can see all of them are exactly matched up, that is when we know we've got it. Now I have got a slight abnormality there. I suspect that's a problem with something else. So, for now, it will just literally go on out. If we make that to 250 or something like that, it will literally go on fading in and out forever. That's very good. Now, you just need to basically do exactly the same thing for the light texture, but instead animating the emit. Just do exactly the same thing with the waves and stuff, but probably make it in intervals of every 20 seconds, but experiment, see what works best for you. And that is it for the Create Your Own Tardis series. The last thing I'm going to do is just set you off with this animation of this. Thank you, and goodbye. Hiya. Now, despite what I said in the video of it being the final tutorial, well, there's going to be a final tutorial, and hopefully that'll be up very soon. Hopefully there won't be so much of a gap, and I can get up straight away, and that will just be finishing off teaching you how to do the lights, and improving the dematerialisation and stuff like that. So, see you then. And until then, have a good time TARDIS making. I hope you go on to do many great things with your TARDIS. Use your TARDIS powers wisely. Thank you, and goodbye. See you next time.